Hello, hello. Well, guess what? They can't get their shit straight. They sit there, they push forgeries made by the police with Xerox copy machine, and that's all they have. That's all they ever had. But now they're actually falling down all over themselves, trying to come up with some kind of a new spill, okay? Claiming all this time that something that happened 15 years ago with the radio station somehow is going to mess me up today. And then they have to make it up at that. And you want to know something? The reason why they can't come up with anything, they have to use their imaginations, because I simply haven't done anything wrong. That's all. But let's take a look at their newest bullshit claims. This is some things I never knew about myself, and I never knew about my dad. I never knew I had a brother. I can't make this up. They are. I can't. I live this life. They have no clue who I am, what I am. They have to make it up as they go. They have to just, lie. That's all they have is lies. And it's become more than a joke, okay? And they continue to try to come out here. And once more, they do this when I'm not feeling well. Just in order to fuck with me, in order to work me up when I'm not feeling good. Here, let's take a look at these comments. All right, and I have replied to him. Okay, geez, this is sick shit, people. Let me show you. Okay, these people can't get enough of their imagination and what they wish to believe about somebody. They can't leave it alone. The one I'm referring to here mostly is Cheeky Monkey. Hi, Cheeky. If you find a person's name, which is either a public record or is disseminated by the news outlet, it's not doxing. Yeah, it is. If she shows her own documents with her name, well, yeah, that's true. But what does that have to do with anything? Here, let's duck down here to where he actually sits there and mess. Well, Rex, the sex offender, is upset with you living in his with the I don't know, it's normally nonsensical anyway, but let's take a look at this. He says, where is it here? Here it is. There we go. At Glockford, his old age and stubbornness, oh, I appreciate that. My stubbornness has been able to sit there and propel me, okay, into FM radio instead of, you know, YouTube. And it's also, you know, the reason why, having been messed with and came so close to homelessness so many times, that I've still been able to, what? Prevail! You know, stubbornness goes a long way, people. You know, I have a $100,000 bus. You know, and things like that, and they sit there and freak out. Oh, no, you don't. It's only worth $10. Well, hey, listen, you want to know something? The fucking motor in my bus is worth 30. My motor transmission is worth 30 by itself. I can scrap that bus for more than it would sell for. I can, the tire on the bus, just the steer tire on the bus, is diesel sized. Do you know how much that means? You know what the cost of that is for the rim and tire? That's $4,000 itself. Okay. So they want to sit there and say how unsuccessful I am when I have done this all while being homeless. Okay, I've done it doing nothing, just sitting on my ass. Okay. Yeah. I can tell you one thing. These things weren't paid for by donations. I did the work for it. That's the reason why I own them. And that I own these trolls completely. Listen to this shit. Got to wait until next week to get emails back from certain officials from the county he committed his crimes. There wasn't any crimes. And we're talking about things that happened 20 years ago. That he wants to imagine because it would suit him that there was a crime. There was no crime. He fails to understand all the old records are being put into digital format. No, I do understand that. That's something that shows, and you want to know something? All the paperwork is gone. The actual paperwork. They did that years ago. So he thinks this is still an ongoing thing? No, Will County moved to electronic a long time ago. For example, the record of him operating a radio show. No, it was a radio station, 97.3, The Hawk, Joliet. I operated it for over 7 years. Okay, you can't show, my tax form or anything like that. Why? I was a contractor. With this shop. Also, for 10 or 15 properties, I was the maintenance man. Guess what? Even at the motel on Jefferson Street with, 500 rooms? Guess what? I had a key for every single one of them fucking rooms. Why? I was the maintenance man. Not security guard, maintenance man. And you see, I was trusted by all these people that met me and knew what was going on to have what? The magic key for every single fucking room. Not only was the maintenance man, but I was the head maintenance man. So the only people that had those keys was me. Everyone else had to ask me for the keys, not the other way around. Oh boy. With his brother. And guarded the body shop with him. Oh yeah, we stood back to back with our shields and our what? Our pick? Is that it? We had a pick or maybe a spear, and we stood in front of the shop with these medieval weapons, you know, watching like a hawk the horizon for an attacking airplane or phoenix. Man, this guy is so fucking out of his fucking mind. And then you sit there and wonder why I try to ignore these idiots. I would have to recheck the record. Recheck your imagination. Are you kidding me? But this is just it. And he claims to live in an old truck sleeper compartment on the property. No, there was no old, we didn't have 18-wheelers on there. Okay, now we had 3 or 4 RVs that come through, but they were customers. You see what the problem is here? You see, he's just making it up. So a lot of his claims don't make sense. Well, mixed with your imagination, nothing will make sense, dude. 2 + 2 without going through your Common Core bullshit logic, okay, will ever make sense, dude. His military career was 1 year, 1 month, and 11 days. Yeah, that's exactly what it says on my DD-214. It says also honorable. They still haven't figured that out, have they? My mother, I will tell you, she was an E10. No, excuse me, C10. Look it up. According to him, which he got a other than honorable discharge. No, it's definitely an honorable discharge. So where are all these digital records that you claim to be showing or reading? You don't have them. You're closing your eyes and reading your imagination, your hopes, your dreams, what you've been paid to do while on an acid trip. All right, so allegedly assaulted a German girl in Germany, which is why he got kicked out. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Assaulted anybody? Hell no. Nothing on my record, military or otherwise, that shows I have a dishonorable discharge, and nothing on my record ever would show that I was involved in any assault in Germany. But boy, he loves to sit there and just spell, don't he? So we have this idiot Glockford, which is, let's look at his channel. This is funny as hell. Oh, look at that.
I'm not sure where
I don't think Glockford is Honest Aid, do you?
I have to question if there is an underlying agenda there.
Yeah, underlying agenda there. This is so fucking funny. 3 hours ago. Well, Rex, the sex offender, is upset with you. Yeah, because you bought into a cheeky monkey's imagination. That's why. And you want to sit there and promote it somehow. This guy is imagining brothers for me, military records that don't exist, okay, security guards that don't exist, and just a radio show, not a radio station. Now, I can show you where he's getting some of this, because I got a letter, which is an official letter. It actually went up on the FCC, but if you actually look at the FCC address on this letter, the address doesn't exist. That's right, you heard me right. The address, the return address on this, what do they call that, a header or whatever? Can't remember the name of it. You know, you have your company logo or whatever. So the FCC sent a letter with an outdated address and a telephone number that goes nowhere. That's right. Because even the FCC couldn't get it right. And they knew better. I had buried them at the door. Now, what is not known is the fact that I was operating under Part 47, governed by Part 15 at the time. And if the FCC comes along, and the only thing you got to do is look on the back of your television set. Do you know that has type acceptance for the FCC? Look at it. It says type acceptance for the FCC under, I think it's 19, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's the manufacturer's type acceptance. And if the FCC comes along and says, you cannot turn on your television, do not turn on your television. Not under those licenses, not under that exemption for manufacturer. You cannot do it. If the FCC, for any reason, and they don't need one, they don't have to explain it. All they have to do is tell you no. Under Part 47, Part 15 governs. Now, under the Civil Defense Act of 1958, That's a totally different subject. They cannot turn you off. Why? Because you're a public address system during a wartime. Now, I could have gone either way. I could have gone with the Part 47 type acceptance for my broadcast, or I could have went with the 1958 Civil Defense Act. I chose to let it go. Okay, the radio station turned out to be way too much maintenance. Okay, and I had other problems. That's right, I had other problems. So I had to continue to go to work. I didn't have time for the radio station anymore. They knocked on the door, and it just meant, you know what, it's too much of a hassle anyway. So let me go ahead and, I'll just shut it down. Okay, and that's what happened there. Okay.